The year is 2025, and the streets no longer roar with engines, they whisper. Cities don't just function, they think. And mobility? It's no longer about getting from A to B, it's about the experience in between. Welcome to the Great Mobility Makeover 2025, where electric vehicles aren't just disrupting the auto industry. They're redefining civilization as we know it. Electric vehicles are no longer a novelty. In 2025, they are the new norm. With battery prices falling by over 70% in the last decade and range anxiety becoming a relic of the past, EVs are leading a quiet but powerful revolution. From sleek sedans to cargo drones and driverless taxis, electric mobility is now clean, connected, and intelligent. But it's not just about the cars. It's about the cities that house them. Smart cities are rising, equipped with AI-driven traffic management, IoT sensors on every corner, and infrastructure designed for a connected age. These cities are ecosystems, alive, adaptive, and optimized for energy efficiency, safety, and sustainability. Together, EVs and smart cities form the backbone of a new era, a world where your car talks to the road, parking finds itself, and energy flows back into the grid when it's needed most. The fusion of electric mobility with digital infrastructure isn't just convenient, it's revolutionary. From Elon Musk's autonomous fleet ambitions to China's EV megacities and Europe's smart transportation corridors, this is a global movement led by visionaries and fueled by necessity. Governments, startups, and innovators are rewriting the rules of the road and the rules of urban life. Whether you live in New York, Nairobi, or New Delhi, this transformation affects you, your commute, your air, your power bill, your future. The Mobility Makeover 2025 is not just a trend. It's a turning point. And as the world rewires itself, the question is no longer if it'll adapt, but how fast. This isn't just a revolution of machines. It's a revolution of lifestyles. In 2025, mobility isn't a line on a map. It's a web of intelligent connections shaping how we live, work, and thrive. Imagine a city where your car becomes your personal assistant, adjusting the temperature, selecting your favorite playlist, and planning your most efficient route using live city data. It doesn't just respond. It anticipates. Large EVs aren't the only stars of the show. Micromobility is exploding. Short-range electric scooters, bikes, and autonomous shuttles are reducing congestion and reclaiming streets for people, not cars. Kick scooter. In cities like Amsterdam, Nairobi, and San Francisco, micromobility isn't an option, it's... Even the roads have gotten smarter. 5G connected intersections, AI-controlled public transport, pavement that generates energy, sidewalks that guide the visually impaired. We've moved from concrete to cognition. High voltage, and the power behind it all? Clean energy, solar highways, wind-powered stations, bidirectional charging. Your car is now a battery on wheels, and cities are learning how to plug into it. But with every breakthrough comes new challenges: data privacy, grid overload, the urban-rural divide, and the looming threat of tech becoming a gatekeeper instead of an equalizer. Stop sign. Who controls the flow of data? Who gets access to clean mobility? These are questions we must answer together. 2025 isn't just a chapter, it's a tipping point. EV adoption is soaring in Asia and Europe. Africa is leapfrogging into solar-powered mobility. And Latin America is rewriting public transport through electrification. Globe showing Europe, Africa, it's a global race, but the goal isn't competition, it's cooperation. Because the road to a smarter world must be built together. We are not just passengers in this movement. We are the architects of tomorrow's cities, tomorrow's streets, and tomorrow's freedom to move. Fire, the mobility makeover has begun. The next step is yours. This isn't just about machines replacing machines. It's about creating entirely new industries. EV and smart city ecosystems are generating millions of jobs, from battery scientists and AI mobility engineers to urban data architects and grid technicians. Briefcase, the economy is evolving, and those who adapt early will shape the industries of tomorrow. But progress isn't truly progress unless it's shared. The digital divide threatens to leave millions behind, those without access to infrastructure, training, or connectivity. Mobile phone, That's why some governments and startups are stepping in, offering EV literacy programs, rural charging co-ops, and solar mobility hubs that bring inclusion, not just innovation. Car ownership is no longer the symbol of status. In 2025, access is a new luxury. Why buy a car when you can unlock a fleet? Sport utility vehicle, the emotional attachment of vehicles is evolving. Less about horsepower, more about harmony with the environment, with your schedule, with your wallet. And as cities get smarter, they also get greener. Car-free zones, air that's actually breathable, streets that bloom, not burn. Deciduously in places like Oslo, Singapore, and Cape Town, urban planners are designing ecosystems that blend technology with ecology, where cities become habitats, not just hubs. So what's next? Will EVs become fully autonomous public servants? Will smart cities evolve into sentient systems, reactive, predictive, intuitive? Will humans ever need to drive again? Robot Face 2030 is already in beta, and the innovations of 2025 are its foundation. The way we move is the way we live. The choices we make today ripple into every corner of the world we leave for the next generation. Glowing star, because in the end, the real revolution isn't electric. It's human. Your vehicle no longer waits for instructions. It knows you. Facial recognition, biometric comfort settings, AI-driven anticipation of your habits. Transportation in 2025 is deeply personal. Oncoming automobile, forget keys. Forget buttons. Your EV knows where you're going, what your favorite coffee shop is, and when to suggest a quieter route if your heart rate's high. Mobility becomes wellness. But with personalization comes a cost, data. Cities and vehicles now collect terabytes of it every hour. Location, habits, preferences, even emotions. Locked, so the question becomes, who owns this data? Who protects it? In smart cities powered by surveillance, transparency must walk hand in hand with trust. In 2025, the mobility network isn't just local, it's global. Smart cities are syncing with one another. Your car in Tokyo learns from traffic in Toronto. Grid pressure in Mumbai informs EV charging policies in Milan. Glow with meridians for the first time in history. Cities are not just expanding, they're communicating, learning from one another in real time. A planetary nervous system, stitched together by code, concrete, and cooperation. And when disaster strikes, mobility becomes a lifeline. EVs act as backup power stations. AI predicts evacuation routes. Smart grids reroute energy to hospitals and shelters. High voltage, we're seeing cities that don't just survive crises, they adapt in real time. And electric mobility is at the center of that resilience. The most powerful change isn't in the tech, it's in the reach. Mobility in 2025 is becoming a right, not a privilege. Orange are for the elderly, for the differently abled, for those living off-grid. The EV smart city revolution is opening doors that were shut for generations. We're not just moving faster. We're moving with intention. Cities are rediscovering rhythm. Streets once ruled by chaos now pulse with life, art, and peace. Cityscape at dusk, mobility is no longer a race. It's a relationship between us and the world we're building. Mobility is freedom. Smart cities are the canvas. If this journey into the future inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because what comes next will take your breath away. The revolution isn't done. In fact, it's only just beginning.